Hi, I'm Sandy.
Hi, I'm Brian.
I'm from China.
I'm from the U.S.
As you may know, there are a lot of cultural differences between those two countries. Today, we are going to talk about the difference of food culture and table manners.
Now, some of these will be a little exaggerated, but we don't mean to offend anybody or any culture.
小伟，你多吃一点啊。
好，谢谢阿姨。
哦，这么快吃完啦？再给你一个。
谢谢阿姨。Oh, looks like you ate that pretty quickly. You like it?
Yeah.
Do you want some more?
Oh, no, thanks.
Okay. This is one thing that really happens in China, and for me, from my personal experience, it's happened to me many times before. Even now to this day, I don't really, I haven't really adapted to it yet. Let's say, for example, when I went over to Sandy's parents' house, and we were eating dinner there. And what would happen is that I think, according to me, I think it's more respectful to eat all the food that's put on my plate, right? And so I keep clearing my plate, or clearing my bowl, but then like either Sandy's dad or mom just keeps adding more and more food to the bowl. And I feel like I can't reject them and say no. So like you have to, if you don't want to leave a meal or, a dinner or something like that with in complete pain because you can't, because you've eaten too much. It's good to finally figure out that you need to leave some food in your bowl or in the plate, and that's just something you have to get used to.
Hey, you should put both your hands on the table.
What do you mean? My mom always told me that if I put two hands on the table, it's uncivilized.
But in Chinese culture, it's considered a rule not to.
I got a great idea. How about no hands?
Well, my parents taught me when I was really young, I have to put both my hands on the table. This is a basic table manners in China. So if I didn't, they will use chopsticks to hit my hands.
Ouch, that sounds painful.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you learned quickly, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I should hit your hands, huh?
No. 入乡随俗. When in Rome, you do as the Romans do, right? So here we normally don't put both hands on the table. Because like my mom always taught me, if I put my hands on the table, then, that's considered as uncivilized, right? Almost like, I'm dominating the table. So, you have one hand down below and one hand up here, right? I think that's true for a majority of American people. I guess you can let us know. I mean, that could be just my mom. But I guess that's the same. So, yeah. Oh, these dumplings are so good. But man, I cannot eat anymore. I am done. I can't eat anymore.
Hey, don't do that. It's unlucky. We stick chopsticks in a bowl like that to honor those who have passed away.
But these dumplings passed away. So yeah, the chopsticks in the bowl thing. I think this is something that majority of Western people don't know, right? This is something I didn't know before I went to China. And I didn't actually get to the point where I actually stuck my chopsticks in like a bowl of rice. But I did see other people do it, right? And this is seen as like extremely offensive, mainly because it's when you have a ritual for when someone dies. You want to, you can explain it better than me, but if you have a ritual when someone dies, you usually, you have like the incense or like chopsticks that you go like this, right? And yeah, like that. We'll show some pictures, like something over here or whatever. So yeah, you usually put the chopsticks in some rice or in a bowl or something like that, as in you're still feeding your loved one after they have passed. So if you do that in a restaurant, you can see how it can be really offensive, right? Yeah, is that it? Did I do a good job?
Yeah, correct.
So, don't do that if you go to China.
服务员买单。
哦，别，这次我买单呀。
不行，你要是把我当哥们，这次得我请。
搞什么呀？说好了，这次我请客呀。 Yeah, this is another thing that you'll see if you visit China, right? I can remember very clearly the first time I saw this. I'm sitting in a restaurant, just enjoying myself, and I hear over there like this with these women over here screaming, ah! At the time I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was an actual fight. But over time I realized that they were actually fighting over the check itself, and they wanted to be able to show that kind of politeness and to pay for the meal. I mean, is that how you would describe it?
Yeah, that's true. So some people think if they fight for the check is like a polite, but the younger generation won't take that. So like me, if I go out with my friends, we prefer to split the check.
Yeah. They're rude youngins. Yeah. I thought that was a pretty good lunch. Do you?
Yeah, pretty good.
So you ready to go?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let me get a check first.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. Thank you. Take forever. I didn't really notice this until I moved back to the States from China, that when I went to get the check at the restaurant or something like that, the whole process seems way too long, mainly because of how you get the attention of a waiter or waitress, right? Here in the States, it's mainly we don't really yell across a room to get the attention of the waiter or waitress. While in China, it's a completely different story, right? You would be sitting there, if you want to get that person's attention, you have to say, 服务员, and then they turn around and then they help you with whatever request that you have. I think that's another reason why Chinese restaurants are louder, right, in general. Mainly because people are, talking with each other and things like that. And if you do not find a way to make yourself more visible or noticeable, right, then you will never get service.
And it's in China, if you want to get the waiter's attention, you can really call them to come over. Most situation, but for some situations, people won't do that. Like if you are in the high-end restaurant or fancy restaurant, they play some light music for background, and the people like talk. The voice the people talk is very low, so you are not supposed to yelling, and people won't do that there.
Yeah. So.
服务员买单。
来了。
我可以用手机支付吗？
可以。
OK。
我就扫一下你的。好了。
好，谢谢。
Oh, can I get a check?
Yeah, sure. Wait a minute.
Thank you.
Here's your check.
Oh, thanks. Do you take mobile payments?
No, we don't.
It's 2017,
Yeah.
This is one thing that I just clearly do not understand. It is way easier to make mobile payments and pay for things in China in general than it is here in the U.S. Like, I remember when Apple Pay came out and Android Pay and all those other pays came out, it was going to be like this revolutionary way of paying. Like, you didn't even need to take your wallet anywhere. But the case is that not every place supports mobile payments, right? In China, it's completely opposite of that, right? They have WeChat Pay, Alipay, which are all different. It's very similar to Apple Pay and Android Pay, where you link a bank card to your to an account on your phone, right? But everywhere takes it, and there's multiple ways to pay for things. So it's much more convenient. I seriously don't think you need a wallet in China. You can pretty much go anywhere and make a mobile payment. I just wish it was the same here in the U.S.
Yeah, that's true. In China, we use a lot of mobile pay, especially everything you can think about, like the water bill, electric bill, everything. You can just walk in the any grocery stores and tell them, okay, I need to pay this bill. Then they will scan the, usually what's that? Scan the bill.
Barcode.
Yeah, barcode. Okay, something barcode, and you show the phone to them, and they just scan the QR code on your phone and done. Yeah.
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 It's way more simple there. And like I said, the key thing is that it's everywhere. They have the payments everywhere. You can pretty much pay for your whatever you want to pay for with ease. Even though they do have those competing, WeChat Pay and Alipay. Here, because of that competition and stuff like that, it just hasn't taken off. And it's just easier to use a card than to even try to pay with your phone. It's embarrassing when you pull out your phone and it doesn't work. So you just don't pull it out.
Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a little bit about the American and Chinese table manners. Hopefully you can keep this video in mind when you take a trip to China. Yeah, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And make sure to watch my other recipe videos as well. I'm Sandy.
I'm Brian.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.